over the years we've campaigned for thousands of cases. In our books at the moment, well over 900 cases are campaigned for by over 100 PEN centres throughout the world. Scottish PEN itself has had an active Writers in Prison group going since 1993. Yeah, and this is Robin Lloyd-Jones, who's the former president of Scottish PEN and also the person who started our Writers in Prison committee back in 1993. So do you want to say a wee bit about how it got going, Robin?
Well, it started small, as many centres do, but it didn't take long really to find many Scottish PEN members who were interested in it. And I think we built up slowly over the years to a committee of about 10 people at least, with a support group of another 30 or 40 members who operate our Rapid Action Network, which is a very important part of what we do, and that's the immediate reaction when somebody is arrested or when their conditions in jail worsen for some reason. And it's often like that the first 24 hours, that's absolutely the vital time. If during when they're first arrested, you can say, we know you've arrested them, we're watching you, that can literally save their lives. So that's an important aspect of what we do. But I think in all the years that I've been associated with this, what sticks with me more than anything is this sheer courage of many writers. Often knowing what's going to happen to them, they speak out against injustice, and really, although they may be in a different country that we may never visit, they still strike a blow for freedom of expression that resounds around the world. Because if there's a sort of erosion of freedom of expression in one place, it weakens the freedom of expression everywhere. And I think we really do owe a lot to many writers in many countries who sacrificed their own lives and lives of their families on our behalf, really. I think that's all I want to say at the moment.
Thanks. I mean, this is just a way of a brief introduction. The main thing is to say is that International PEN next year actually celebrates its 90th anniversary. It is the oldest human rights organisation in the world. It is the only worldwide association of writers. There are 145 PEN centres throughout the world. We've got a map up there showing where all the PEN centres are. Quite a few of those PEN centres exist in exile, in that they can't operate, as we do in Scotland, they can't operate freely in their own country. And I invite you to look around this exhibition, which is, I think, a testimony to all the kind of different kinds of work we do. We do a lot of work in schools. There's a board game over here, which Robin designed and invented. We have the postcards up here, which is designed by a convener of the Writers in Prison Committee, which helps publicise the different cases that we have adopted. This is all our cases up here, and we've designed these postcards. We put these out at festivals, and we attend lots of literary book festivals throughout Scotland. The chair here, I want to say a wee word about the chair specifically. About 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I think, various PEN centres began to have an empty chair at their meetings, and particularly at festivals and public readings. And they did this to symbolise those writers who couldn't come along, those writers who couldn't be there. And the chair was a way of inviting them in. And sometimes, it was usually just an ordinary chair, and sometimes they might put a photograph of someone on the chair, a specific writer whose case they were highlighting. This year was the 50th anniversary of International PEN's work, and this particular chair we decided to make something that was emblematic of those 50 years. This chair here was designed by two girls here. This is Fiona Hunter and Laura Shand, who are both students at Lomond School in Hillsborough. There's a third student, Rex McDonald, who unfortunately phoned in this morning to say he couldn't make it out of his bed. No, I didn't. That's not true. Reg has now actually moved on. He's at Glasgow School of Art now, but he was there last term when we made it. So he did the hands, and Fiona and Laura designed the covering for the seat here. We've also got, very pleased to have Barbara Croft with us, who's the head of the art department at Lomond School. And Barbara put all this together, really. She pulled the whole thing together, did a great job with it. It was the money for it was put up by Alexander McCall Smith, who's a Scottish PEN member, as are many famous Scottish writers. And we've also got a miniature version of the chair there. And this has been a great success, the chair, because it's been a real hit at festivals all over the country. We did, in fact, Ian Rankin hosted an event for us at the Wigton Book Festival about 5 or 6 weeks ago. So there's lots of stuff here about replies that we've had, about the various campaigning work in the kind of original way that we've tried to approach that. Robin being a great example of that with the game and the other stuff that he's done.